Hello and welcome to Metoc, where you can measure things using your device's camera. First we need to calibrate our camera, and we do that by clicking on Add Calibration Pictures, then the little camera icon. Now when we go to calibration, we must take a photograph of a pattern. This pattern is available from the website metoc.xyz/calib. So we need to show this pattern on a desktop monitor in landscape mode. There I've got a monitor, or we could take it on from a laptop screen, any flat screen or a TV. And so there's the pattern. And there we have the photo on our system. We need at least 3 to calibrate, so let's go and select one more. We want to take another photo. Repeat from a slightly different angle, but still filling the screen. Okay, now we have 3 photographs. We've got to have the full pattern in each photograph. It must be landscape mode, hold it nice and still. Now we've got the 3 photographs. We go back to Startup, and we click on Do Calibration. It was successful. And now we can start measuring. Okay, now before we can measure, we must print out a piece of paper with a pattern on it that will give us the scale of the objects that we are going to measure. This pattern is different to the calibration pattern. It's got fewer dots on it. We can get the pattern from the website metoc.xyz, and you can download it. It's a PDF. It's this thing, Fiducial Measurement Sheet. It's got fewer dots than the calibration pattern used to calibrate the camera. Now this pattern of dots you print out onto a PDF file and put in your picture that you're going to, with the objects you're going to measure. You can see on this PDF file it's got measurements in light grey text there. And when you print, you must print it to exact size and check that the measurements are correct. We've got no pictures yet, so we go and select one. I'm going to just select one that I've already taken. I'd like to access your photos. It checks for the pattern, it's found it, and now we tap on that photo and we can start measuring. You've got to have this pattern in your picture. The pattern is a PDF file which you can print out from the instructions, and once you got that, you can start measuring things. So just as a check, we can measure these little dots. So we tap, we get the crosshair, we drag till we're in the middle of the dot, we tap again, and we drag till that dot there, crosshair again, tap again, get 9.6 inches. It's actually 9.5 inches. We could drag those little points, but that's within 1/10 of an inch. It's pretty spot on. So now let's go and measure how far apart are the legs of that chair. We tap there, get the crosshair, tap again, point C, tap again, move, tap, C to D, 17.3 inches. We want to get it in centimeters. We tap the menu, change the units to centimeters, 43.9 centimeters. If we wanted to move a point, we can double tap that point and we get a little menu. Move point D. You don't have to be exactly on point D. We could just drag somewhere near D. We could move it around to there, and then we get a new measurement. Okay, let's measure the height of this chair. Tap to enter, select the first point. So we're going to select point C, so we maybe zoom in a bit. Tap on C. It says snap to point C at the top little status bar. Now we go and enter another point there. We drag again, we get the crosshair, drag till there, tap. Now we get the distance from C to E, and it gives us a distance. Let's go back to inches. Gives us a very high measurement. Basically this is because it thinks that C and E are both on the deck. To tell it that E is actually above point C, we double tap on E and we say make point E vertical above C. You'll see that E will change to a different color, black and white, and it gives you the height of the chair, 18 inches. Now we could go and measure again, like say we wanted the height of this table. We enter a point at the bottom of the table, go, F, and we get a height point on the top of the table. Ding, ding. F to G, again it thinks that these 2 points are on the deck, so we double tap on G, make G vertical above F, and it's 33 inches, that's the height of the table. So there you have it. If you double click as well, you can delete a measurement. We can also see a measurement list of all the measurements in this picture, and move a point, delete a point, and we can make point C back on the ground if we want to. Point G, move it back on the floor, gives us a different measurement, and then make it back in the air. Okay.
Lastly, here are some tips to increase accuracy. If your calibration error is greater than 0.07, then recalibrate. Delete some calibration pictures by swiping them to the left and touching the red button, and add new calibration pictures and recalibrate. Ensure the paper pattern is near the center frame. Ensure the paper pattern is near your objects to be measured. Ensure your paper pattern is flat.